Hello viewers, I'm Major General Neelendra Kumar for the YouTube channel Lex Consilium Foundation and playlist INSA Millier in conversation with Prof Ravi Prakash, whom I have requested to come and speak to our audience, mostly to help them, those who are interested in going out beyond India for their education, higher education in technical subjects in engineering. Now, Professor Ravi Prakash, you have had connections and you are familiar with at least 4 universities in UK, and that was Salford University, then Cranfield University, then for post-doctoral work you went to Bath University and also North Staffordshire University. So you have a very rich experience of research work. With this background, my question to you is that there are new areas. The information is always evolving, and in engineering technical discipline, new experiments, new ideas are coming forth, and therefore what would, from that perspective, would you like to advise the youngsters who want to go out from India and study abroad?
Very nice. Actually, technology advances by day, not by months and weeks. And therefore, you should be on the lookout which area technology is growing very fast. For example, take materials engineering. Newer materials are coming more or less every day. And till they are certified that they are good for structures and all, nobody will use. I will give example. Carbon fibers were invented in early 70s, you can say, and I had the privilege of working with inventors of carbon fiber. At that time, say in India, nobody was even knowing there is anything like carbon fiber, but I had the full liberty to use them, test them, and give them confidence of using carbon fiber composites, which is being used now very big way in military, aerospace and everywhere, and without carbon fiber composites it would not have been possible whatever we are saying in these days. And therefore doing PhD abroad gives you benefit. If I wanted to do that PhD in India, I would not have even seen carbon fiber, forget about developing and testing and all. And therefore I would say yes, one should go abroad and work on newer materials, newer courses and all, and it is advantageous. I'm not saying India is lagging too much. Fortunately, it is progressing very well now, but still it has to catch up. I remember at that time, Government of India was very interested to bring me back to India and start working for Vikram Sarabhai Space Center or National Aerospace Laboratory and things like that. And they used to send me visitors from India to find out what I am doing, how I am doing, so that they can have the same thing. So therefore, I would say doing research abroad brings you many opportunities also for working in a newer area, whereas in India you will do PhD, is not a problem, but it will be sort of routine subjects where you will do systematic research, submit a PhD thesis and get your PhD. Addition of knowledge in newer area, newer subjects will be possible where resources are unlimited. You can waste those resources, nobody will say anything. That type of luxury is not available in Indian research right now.
Thank you. This, I'm sure, would hugely help the Indian scholars who are keen to go out. Now, having regard to your experience, and in 72 you had done your master's, so it's almost 5 decades, more than that. Now my question to you is that you were educated in IIT, BHU, you were there at BITS Pilani, you yourself have taught, studied and taught in universities outside, in Himachal University, in Amity. And this long experience that you have in teaching and research work, what would be 2 or 3 advice that you would like to give to the young academic faculty? I'm saying teachers who are in faculty positions in India on engineering subjects.
Very good. It's not very easy to advise because your advice may be listened or may not be listened, but my general impression has been so far you should be very sincere to your work ethics. If you are sincere to your work ethics and your academic knowledge is very good, leadership comes by itself, because other will feel that yes, this gentleman has good knowledge of subject, good grip of the subject, and is so polite and sincere to work, always coming in time and working hard. I think these are the things which provide you leadership. Sometimes the situational leadership may get affected, because sometimes your bosses may not let you do that with the younger faculty, but you should prevail that this is good for education, good for the institution, and they will finally listen to it. And younger teachers especially, they are very easy to mold if they know that you are meaning business and you have good knowledge. If you don't have good knowledge and try to become boss, it will not work, because teachers know who is good, who is bad, and what does he know. For leadership, you should have all the qualities so that people listen to you. And if you are showing by demonstration of your own ethics, they will follow the same thing. So therefore, I feel younger teachers will, and in fact, India is changing a lot. Teachers are working very hard now. Earlier, they used to go to classes only when the classes were there. Not possible now. They will have to work throughout the day, and therefore work culture has improved a lot. I remember in my time, BHU, if there was class in the afternoon, we will not go to morning classes at all, which was bad, because when you go there at free time, then only research is possible, and preparing for the class and gaining knowledge so that you can impart knowledge to the students becomes important. If you go only for class, you will remain where you were, no leadership at all. And therefore, India is changing a lot, not one or two.
Yes, you have answered, but I'd like to further probe. You started your reply by saying sincerity, laying emphasis on sincerity. Can you just explain that by example, where there is a sincerity and you think that there is something lacking in that case?
Okay, I will start with very simple example of taking classes. One way is that you have already prepared class notes in earlier years. You go and teach in the class the same note because you don't want to be sincere. You just want to get your salary and get away with it. If you are sincere, you will change the notes, you will read further what latest advancements are there, add them to your lecture, whatever research you are doing, add them to your lecture and show by example that these things are possible. Then a student feels very encouraged to attend your class, and therefore you start gaining leadership by itself. If you don't want to be sincere, I said it's very easy. Your class notes are there for 10 years old also. Engineering changes by day, 10 years is obsolete. So it will not be doing any good to the education system or to the university system. Therefore, sincerity, I mean, you should be sincere to your job. Your job is to keep knowledge updated all the time. And that is possible if you are devoting more time, more sincerity to your courses, read foreign literature, go to the internet, follow what is the latest in the area, add them to your lecture notes, then only you will be very successful and you become so popular, students will flock to your class. And therefore, that's very important.
Thank you. Stay with us. This conversation will continue.